good evening, wherever you are. If you're watching this live, hello. Please say hello in the comments. If you're watching this as a replay, you can just say hello in the comments as well. I, have people reach out to me like, I've been watching your videos. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know. You're just coming and hanging out and not saying hi. So if you say hi to me, I can say hi back, which is really important to me to acknowledge each other in this journey of this interesting life that we have going on right now on planet Earth. So how are you all feeling? Let me know how you're doing. We are building up to a pretty massive full moon in Aries. Aries rules the head. I often talk about Aries is like our aura. It's what I think of as like the birth crown when you're first come onto this planet. It's like that Aries, like initiation, like, yes, I'm here. Taking your first breath. It's big energy. It is the fire of life, that initiating energy. It's ruled by Mars. And what's interesting about this full moon is that the sun is conjunct Mars for this full moon. So we have the moon over there in Aries. At the end of Aries, okay? And at the end of Aries is when things get real intense, okay? So it's at the end degrees of Aries. The sun is over there at the end degrees. Hello, Alicia. Talking about the full moon. So we have the moon over there in Aries, activating, initiating, very aggro, but also initiating energy. So it doesn't always have to be aggro. It's when we've been suppressing things, right, that it can come across aggro. Or, hello, Gracia. Hello, everyone. Or, so when we've been suppressing things, they can come across aggro. Also, if people just aren't used to us being that way. So if you're becoming more direct in your speaking, if you are feeling more empowered in the way that you communicate, it might come across as aggro, right? Hello, Talise. So we have full moon on October 20th. The moon's over there in Aries. The sun is conjunct Aries, Mars, the ruler of Aries, okay? So Mars in Libra on its own is actually not super aggressive. It's very confused, indecision. I could do this or I could do that. Oh, maybe I need to do this to make it more balanced, or very indecisive. But when the moon moves into Aries, there is no indecision. We emotionally know. We know and we feel where we need to take aligned action, where we're being inspired to move forward. Thank you. So we know who we want to be on this planet. We know what types of decisions we want to make. We know. And a lot of people in their lives right now are recognizing and realizing that they don't want their lives guided by the boogeyman in their closet. They don't want their lives guided anymore by the fears or the what ifs or the maybe I should just wait, maybe I should just do this. What will people think? How will people respond? So a lot of people are deciding in their lives they're not going to be ruled by the boogeyman, which in itself is positive. However, can cause a chain reaction in your life that feels very confusing and very much like I have nothing to grasp onto anymore. If I'm not letting my life be ruled by fear, what's guiding my life? And that's when we come down to the heart. And this is where this T-square in the sky of the moon in Aries at this full moon, the sun over there in Libra wanting balance, just wanting justice, peace, and balance. Like, I just want everyone to get along. Mars with the sun. So that opposition. Then the real kicker, the T-square to Pluto in the end degrees of Capricorn, which if we think this energy that we're in right now is intense, this is just the beginning of the escalation to the end degrees of Capricorn, Pluto and Capricorn, end degrees, okay? And then we're going to have Venus retrograde at the end of the year, conjunct Pluto in Capricorn at the end degrees. So it's a good idea to trust your intuition at this time, where you should be doing the inner work, where you're feeling inspired and doing it from an inspired place, to trust your intuition and to trust the aligned actions that you feel like are necessary in your life. These things are very important at this time because there is this, unfortunately, polarity happening between those of us that are allowing the boogeyman in the closet to make the decisions in our lives and those of us that are like turning the light on and being like, you know what? Even if there is a boogeyman, he's not going to run my life anymore. Like, I'm just going to choose from love. So this full moon, why it's important, all cardinal energy. The Aries moon, cardinal. The sun in Libra at the end degrees, cardinal. Pluto in Capricorn, cardinal. It's time for us to make new decisions. It's time to start a new cycle. And even though this is the fall, hello Erica, even though this is the fall, this is the time to start new. So it's kind of confusing because we are being asked to shed and compost. I talk about a lot in my solar powered group. We compost in the fall, like, right? Like what's no longer working? What version of me is not happening anymore? Cardinal is the start of a new season. So we are in this is the first full moon of fall. So it is initiating, even though it is, of course, at full moons we shed and things are illuminated and highlighted, but because it's starting a new season, we're also being asked to step into something new. So cardinal starts new seasons, fall, winter, spring, summer. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. So this full moon asks us to upgrade, which is why I'm doing the relational upgrade. I looked at this full moon a while ago with the understanding that this is just the beginning, that we're going into a Venus retrograde at the end of this year, and I'm like, I want to help my people. So relationships are really highlighted. Anytime we're in Libra season, it's going to highlight relationships. The fact that we're having a Pluto T-square at this full moon that's in identity, your personal identity, initiating, moving forward, alongside the opposition of partnership, balance, relationships, then with Pluto and Capricorn, highlighting the need to shed and dig up the old systems, the things that make me nauseous, the things that don't work, the things that are behind the scenes, the things that are swept under the rug of our culture, the things that are like, no, don't look over there, just focus on this one thing, that boogeyman that's gonna get you, and we won't talk about all these other things. That's all getting T-boned. Like basically when you think about a car accident, like it's getting T-boned. And this is not to scare you. It's actually like those challenges, when you see someone who has a lot of T-squares in their chart, Oprah Winfrey is one of them. Yes, that person is going to have challenges in their life. But guess what those challenges are going to do? They're going to initiate and move that person forward. So T-squares are not a bad thing. They are confronting. They are a challenging thing. And this full moon has a lot of challenge to it, which is why I'm doing the relational upgrade, okay? Because it's highlighting the need for change and the systematic changes that need to take place within each and every one of us so that we can relate to ourselves, to each other, to the world, to our money, to every relationship on this planet in a whole new way. I'm getting the chills because this is it. This is it. We think we're conditioned, we're indoctrinated to believe like, oh, this is just the way it is. Like, you can't change that. This is just the way it is. Okay, well, this is the way it is, so we can only do this and this and this within that, right? Like, we can't look over, don't look over there, don't look over there. You can't do that. Just look at this, and then, like, the boogeyman is keeping you over here looking at this, right? So, big energy, big T-square. What we're being shown, because I know you can look at this in your own life. Look at the people in your own life that you've seen transform in the last year, in the last 2 years. Has it shifted something within you? Probably. You've probably been like, wow, whoa, I see their glow up. I see this happening. And it does something within you. When one person transforms, transmutes, transcends, it does something within each and every one of us because we're all mirrors. So when you can reflect more of that glow up, you are affecting change. This is like a huge illusion that's running in our culture. Like it's selfish to take care of myself, especially when there's racism and global problems happening and people are starving. You know, it's that whole thing. Like, are we really gonna allow those conditions to keep us in an unelevated state. So the relational upgrade, it's 7 days, it transverses through this full moon, because when you see that T-square, you want to look at the invisible leg, and that invisible leg is pointing to 9th house Cancer. Learning, growing, new ways of nourishing, new ways of nurturing ourselves. This is exact at 27 degrees of Cancer, this invisible leg, and that's my Mercury. So join me. That's my sales pitch, folks. But yeah, this is what this is all about. It's nurturing and nourishing ourselves and new ways of being, so that we can, that roller coaster ride, we can't control that. Like, we're on the roller coaster, right? And we're going up, and we know the only way up, right? There's going to be things that when we're going down. Hi, Bree. Hi, Covery. I don't see you, but I saw your heart. Thank you for the heart. You're midheaven. See, like, this is, you want to look at this. This is why knowing the astrology is going to be really helpful. So look at where this T-square is taking place in your chart. 20, let's say 22 degrees of the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Where are all those things? Where are all those things in your chart? But specifically, do you have personal points and placements there? Because guess what? It's going to be more activating for you. It's going to be more activating to your relationships if you have those placements. And if you don't know, you can get your chart for free actually on my website, abigailbarella.com. I'll post it in the comments. Or on astro.com, which I also really love. I love the one on my website because they give more beautiful charts, but astro.com is great too. Oh, no worries. I think you saw it for a reason, because you're with a Capricorn. Okay, so let's move on. So this full moon is very activating if you have personal planets or placements there, but even if you don't, this is a big full moon, and it's happening on October 20th, and you want to look at exactly where 27 degrees of Aries in particular, but like I said, any of the end degrees of any of those cardinal signs are going to be activating, okay? And they're going to continue to be activating, especially the Capricorn house. Our Capricorn end degrees house has gotten a lot of action in the last 2 years, or more, but specifically the last 2 years. So when this time it comes around again, don't worry, it will not feel the same as it has felt for the last 2 years. You'll be able to see how far you've come. You'll be able to acknowledge yourself, and you'll be able to boost yourself up even further. So I want you to go into this fall, these transits, knowing that you're going to see your growth, you're going to see your process, and you're going to be able to give yourself that little graduation cap, a little tassel, give yourself a little pat on the back. And then also consider this important piece, because this is an Aries full moon. Who do you want to be? When you are on your deathbed, when you are 98 or let's say 120 and you're on your deathbed, who do you want to look back and see who you were, who you became, what kind of decisions you made, how you made decisions? Yes. Did you make them from being afraid of the boogeyman in your closet? Was that how you made your decisions? Will you be proud to say that? Or will you be proud to say, I put myself out there, I took chances, I chose for me, right? And this is Aries. Sure, some people may say Aries are selfish, but guess what? We come in alone, we leave alone. There must be something about this that's important to our journey, right? And when we take it from the place of the universe is out there, but it's also in here, that when we choose to make changes in here, it does affect change out there. So I love you all. If you want to get in on the relational journey, the relational upgrade, reach out to me. We start next Monday and it goes for 7 days. So I hope to see you there. Either way, let me know in the comments if you're feeling the buildup of this full moon. We are at the first quarter moon in Capricorn right now. Well, it actually happened yesterday, or early this morning, one of those in the middle of the night somewhere. And if you're feeling it, I want to know. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Alicia. And have a beautiful day. Mwah.